step into the day with the dawn ringing in my ears. Oh, well, I tune into my TV show. No better way, I gotta get myself into gear. Let's go. Oh, and I feel good today with my wake up in the morning espresso. I feel good today. It's my feel good breakfast show.
Good morning to you, South Africa. It's the start of a brand new day. Thank you so much for joining us on your Feel Good Breakfast show on this Klein Vrydag Expresso on SABC3, where the stage is all yours. Now, today is going to be an incredible day. Why? Because it's a day filled with giveaways. And if you entered any of our competitions, you are going to want to stay tuned to see if you have won big this morning. But before we get into all of that, let's check in with the rest of the team. Good morning, team.
Good morning. It's a singing kind of day today, hey?
Yes, man. I was thinking about that yesterday in the car. I love to sing. I'm terrible at singing, but I love it, man. I love it. How
You
can
actually
feel...
jammed with my music this morning. I heard you.
Well, you were playing some really old, like 90s rock, that's why. My name is Graham Richards. Yes, I like to sing. I also like to be in your company, so I'm so chuffed to have you with us this morning. Thank you so much for joining us.
My name is Jamie Domberg. I don't like to sing, but I also like to wake up with you guys every single morning. And of course, it is a Thursday, like they said, and we're talking all things of beauty this morning.
So here's a question. How do you feel pretty? How do you make yourself feel beautiful every morning? Because you've got to have a bit of a routine or a ritual, something that gets you like a little pumped for the day. What's your key?
I listen to music and I wait till you come into the wardrobe and sing along with me, and that just boosts me and gets me ready for the day. And then I feel like beautiful. I don't think you're ready. And
it starts on the inside. It really does start on the inside. Maybe you've got some surefire tips that work on the outside or maybe that work on the inside. Maybe you want to share your playlist with us. How do you make yourself feel beautiful every single day? We'd love to hear from you. You can hit us up and stay connected on our social media pages right throughout the live show this morning. We're with you until 8 o'clock, but let's kickstart the show properly with our duties first. Let's get into those news headlines.
Thanks very much, guys. It's just gone 2 minutes past 6 o'clock on this Thursday, the 1st of October 2020. Here's a first look at the news headlines. On the national news front, Higher Education, Science and Innovation Minister Blade Nzimande says universities can return to a 100% attendance from today. Nzimande was addressing the media yesterday on his department's COVID-19 risk-adjusted strategy. He said international students would be subject to the same regulations applied to foreign visitors, which compels each individual to produce a negative COVID-19 test or face a 10-day quarantine at their own cost. He also warned that health and safety protocols must be applied meticulously. Meanwhile, tourism in the KZN is rebounding faster than expectations of a gradual recovery as the economy emerges from the coronavirus imposed restrictions. Now, not only did some of the province's tourism establishments record a surge of occupancy on the back of a bumper long weekend, but Emirates Airlines also announced the resumption of its flight schedule to Durban's King Shaka International Airport as from Sunday. The Dubai-based airline will also resume services to Cape Town and Johannesburg. On the international news front, a Congolese activist, Emery Diabanza, and 4 others went on trial in France's capital, Paris, yesterday for trying to take an African funeral staff from France's Indigenous Art Museum. Now, it was part of a protest against colonial-era plundering. They are charged with attempted group theft of historical objects and could face up to 10 years in prison and 150,000 euros in fines. The incident happened in June when the 41-year-old activist removed the 19th century funeral staff originally from Chad in the Quay Branly Museum and paraded with it. In other news, the Vatican has denied U.S. Secretary of State Mike Pompeo an audience with Pope Francis. The Vatican said the pontiff does not receive politicians during an election period. The move adds to a diplomatic row following comments by Pompeo about China and the Catholic Church. In an article earlier this month, Pompeo said the Catholic Church was risking its moral authority by renewing an agreement with China regarding the appointment of bishops. The Vatican accused Pompeo of trying to use the issue to attract voters in November's U.S. presidential election. And now for some entertainment news this morning. Last year, the Ndlovu Youth Choir from Limpopo became the first choir in the history of America's Got Talent to make it to the finals. Now this year, South Africa's Belinda Davids, originally from Port Elizabeth, is about to emulate them in Britain's Got Talent. Belinda received another standing ovation from the judges on the show when she blew them away with her rendition of Whitney Houston's I Have Nothing. This week's semi-final of the 2020 edition of the competition saw Belinda performing in front of the judges Alicia Dixon, Ashley Banjo, David Williams and Amanda Holden. Now there was also a virtual audience watching from home. 43-year-old Belinda, who has travelled the world as a Whitney Houston tribute artist, first wowed the judges during the theatre round of auditions on the show. The winner of the competition will bag more than 5 million rand and a spot in the Royal Variety Performance lineup. As a tribute artist, Belinda has performed at some of the most prestigious theatres in the world. And to her we say, you go girl, we'll be rooting for you all the way. Indeed, we have nothing if we don't have you. Well, that's it for the news at 6 o'clock. We'll have another look at the headlines at 7 o'clock right now. Here's a first look at what's happening in the world of sports with Graham.
Well, more local rugby to get excited about. Rugby World Cup winners Siya Kolisi and Lucanio will captain the green and gold teams in the Springbok Showdown taking place on Saturday. The exciting showpiece will see World Cup winners, seasoned international players and some incredible rising stars go head-to-head at Newlands in possibly the last major fixture in the iconic ground. Now, 3 changes have been made within the green team. Opa Mahoje tested positive for COVID-19, so he'll be replaced. Trevor Nkane, who had made contact with Mahoje, will also be replaced, and former junior Bok Mnombo Zwelandaba has been ruled out due to a hip injury. Then on to tennis. South African teenage sensation Kolo Montsi will make his debut appearance at the French Open Junior Tennis Championships, scheduled to take place from, of course, the 4th to the 10th of October. The 17-year-old will become the first black South African junior to play at Roland Garros in 20 years, since Peter John Nondo did so back in 2000. South Africa's Kevin Anderson and Lloyd Harris will be in action again today in the senior draw, and that's from 2:15 in the afternoon SA time. Then staying with tennis news from the French Open, 12-time champion and 19-time Grand Slam winner Rafa Nadal, he's eased into round 3 of the tournament. That was after thrashing American Mackenzie McDonald 6-1, 6-love, 6-3. Next he'll face Italian tennis player Stefano Travaglia, and in the women's singles title, 23-time Grand Slam winner Serena Williams sadly has had to withdraw from Roland Garros with an Achilles injury. And on to the IPL. Match 12 of the 2020 Indian Premier League saw the Kolkata Knight Riders register their second win of the season. That was after beating the Rajasthan Royals by 37 runs at the Dubai International Cricket Stadium last night. So Rajasthan, they won the toss, chose to field. The Kolkata Knight Riders then put up a total of 174 in their allotted 20 overs. The Royals only managing to reach 137 runs on the night, with Tom Curran starring for his team with 54 not out from 36 deliveries. So today's IPL action will see the Kings 11 Punjab up against defending champions, the Mumbai Indians. That one kicking off at 4 p.m. Then we've been treated to some fantastic soccer this week in our footballing news. In the Carabao Cup last night, goals by Scott McTominay, Juan Mata and Paul Pogba sealed a 3-0 win for Manchester United over Brighton at the American Express Stadium. Now, Man City also recorded their win after beating Burnley 3-0, with Raheem Sterling scoring a brace and Ferran Torres adding a third. And both Man City and Man United have now advanced to the Carabao Cup quarterfinals. This evening's fixture will again see Liverpool up against Arsenal. Chance for revenge. That one kicking off at 8:45 this evening. That's where we leave our sport for this hour. Let's get our first take on our morning weather.
Thank you so much, G, for the sports update. Let's get into the first look at our weather this morning. It's Klein Vrydag, and we already know that the weekend is kind of around the corner, right? Now let's have a look at your sunrise pictures, but we start off with Gary Oakham this morning in East London with this gorgeous sunrise picture. You will experience some scattered showers this morning with a 70% chance of rain. And spring has definitely sprung in the Northern Cape, because Nick Lombard is showing off with this stunning sunrise picture captured in Lourdes Fontaine, followed by the caption, "Good morning, Expresso team of legends. Have an awesome day today." You too, you legend. Thank you so much for your sunrise picture. Now, your conditions in your part of the country this Thursday, Nick, are mostly cloudy with an afternoon high of 18 degrees. Thank you all for your sunrise pictures. We truly enjoy looking at them here on the show, so please continue to share them on our social media platforms and we will show them live on the show. Most people across the country are probably aware that a spell of rather extreme weather conditions, which started earlier this week, will continue into the weekend. Good news, though, is that much-needed rain is forecast to sweep across the Eastern Cape, where drought has seen many dams run dry. Snow can also be expected in high-lying areas of the province today, with further snowfall expected tomorrow. Over the next few days, early summer rains will also occur in parts of the Free State, Northwest, Gauteng and the Eastern Highveld of Mpumalanga. Johannesburg's emergency services are on high alert as severe thunderstorms and flooding in low-lying areas are expected during the next few days. Storms are forecast to also affect Limpopo and Mpumalanga. And in the Western Cape, windy conditions with heavy rain and localized flooding are forecast, as well as marine gales and high sea conditions. Snow can also be expected in high-lying areas, so let's buckle up for a few days of inclement weather. Let's get into the forecast for the day, starting off with a partly cloudy Polokwane, starting off the morning with a low of 16, reaching a high of 27. Bombela, sometimes of sun and thunder showers, 15, 28 are your temperatures for the day. 57% chance of rain in Pretoria with a low of 15, reaching an afternoon temperature of 25. Jozi Maboneng, 56% chance of rain, 14, 23. Thunder showers expected in Mahikeng at 43% chance of rain, but will reach a maximum of 29 degrees. Also expect some thunder showers in Klerksdorp. Your temperatures range from 13 to 28. Kimberley, 529 with 52% chance of rain. The rain continues through to Bloemfontein at 58% chance of rain, but starting off with a low of 8 and will reach a high of 21. Richards Bay, 1724. Pietermaritzburg, 56% chance of rain for you. South Africa's Playground, 1725. Down to the Eastern Cape Mthatha, 1014 are your temperatures for the day, and do expect some showers at 77% chance of rain. East London, 1217. Cradock, 918. Port Elizabeth, it's a rainy day for you with temperatures starting from 13 and will reach 16 degrees. George, 1013. The Mother City, Cape Town, 58% chance of rain with a high of 16. Worcester, 811. And Sutherland, for you, it's also a rainy day at 41% chance of rain. It's a sunny day in Uppington, though, with a maximum of 22 degrees. As much as we are happy about the rain as it will replenish our dams and environment, there are still some families out there who are still struggling, especially because we are still dealing with a global pandemic. But here's how you can help.
Yeah, indeed. Listen, South Africa's response to the Woolworths Fill a Bag campaign has been nothing short of inspirational. Thank you, Mzansi. And in fact, today's donation is extra special because Expresso fan Rudy Smith stepped up to the plate and made not one, but 2 contributions. In fact, after donating earlier on in the month already, he felt compelled to show us all just how quickly and easily we can all help out again.
Guys, Rudy here from Pretoria. I thought I'd give you a quick rundown on how simple it is to donate to the Woolworths Help Feed a Family. I've got the SnapScan app here. You simply click on the icon at the bottom, scan the QR code, put in your amount, and you're done. Guys, it takes less than 10 seconds. Let's all help feed a family. I'll be donating again now, and I urge each one of you to do the same. Cheers, guys.
Oh,
wow, Rudy, that's amazing. That's
is
absolutely
so
amazing.
Again, thank you so much. The ongoing efforts from all of you. Hoolies have raised a staggering 2,928,916 rand. Can we just get
That's incredible. Yes.
What it actually means is that a total of 992,853 meals have been donated already. Wow. We are on the cusp of our 1 million meal mark and are calling out to you, Mzansi, to help us reach that goal. An enormous thank you once again to Rudy and everyone else for your inspirational contributions thus far.
Absolutely. Let's keep it going. Let's keep it flowing. Like the water.
Okay.
Join us this Saturday evening at 8 as the Insider SA explores the theme of curation. Meet creative designer Nkuli Mlangeni, who's expressing her African heritage in Sweden. Learn how top chef Bertus Besson is inspired by his childhood to create award-winning dishes. And discover a bespoke furniture design studio drawing insight from nature. The Insider SA, this Saturday night at 8, only on SABC3.
Cadbury Dairy Milk Glass and a Half project presents There's a Story in Everyone. Visit cadbury.co.za/storytime for more information on how to share your inspirational story.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Happy birthday, a very happy birthday to you.
Thank you to the quartet singing us in this morning as they do. When it's time to celebrate those birthdays, hopefully you're feeling extra special today because it is your birthday. And of course you share it with some pretty cool other viewers as well. But also one particular famous person who we know well on the show, the beautiful Cindy Nell, turns a young 39 years old. I'm not sure we should be mentioning ages when we are talking about ladies. But Cindy, of course, a former Miss South Africa, a businesswoman and entrepreneur. She is celebrating her birthday today. She is an icon. She was Miss South Africa in 2002 and runner-up in Miss Universe back in 2003. Continues to model and appear as a speaker and a judge for pageants as well. Also really busy. Looks stunning, like the first time we had laid eyes on her. Cindy Nell, you're awesome, man. Happy birthday, love.
And I don't think we should not mention it. If you look that good at 39 years old, 100%,
She's
then
got
please
secrets,
mention
man. Yeah, she's got secrets, man. She's got secrets, but we love her entrepreneurial drive as well. She's painting a beautiful picture for women out there. So happy birthday, Sins.
Absolutely. And now we continue to you, our lovely viewers. This one reads for Denver Solomons. A blessed happy birthday, Daddy. You are the best. God bless you. And congratulations, Mommy and Daddy, on your 30th anniversary. Wow. Beautiful
double whammy.
and
Nice.
highly favored. We love you, Mr. and Mrs. Solomons. And this is from your children and grandchild on your special day.
And then Denver is also celebrating, or Mason is celebrating today rather. Happy 5th birthday, Mace. May gentle Jesus guide you and grant you all the desires of your sweet little heart. We love you more than the stars in the sky. May your day be as sweet as you are. And that's from your mommy, from daddy, from Adi and Shay. Happy birthday, little Mason. Looks like a cool dude, man.
Cool.
We
And then
dig you, man.
wishing our gorgeous daughter, Monica, a happy, blessed 21st birthday. We love you and miss you lots. God bless and guide you always. Love your mom, Carla, dad, Lino, your brother, Michael, and sister, Mariana.
And then a happy 18th birthday to Tertia. Welcome to the adult world. You made it. May you have a blessed day. We love you. And that's from Auntie Pam and from the Gertza family. Happy birthday, Tertia. That's a milestone. Happy 18th.
And then last but definitely not least, we have one for Notolo. It says, happy 4th birthday to Notolo. We wish you many more years to come and may you continue being this big ball of energy you have grown to become. And this is from your two dads, Fraser and Buddha.
And he's like, get away from me, Dad.
Dad.
You're embarrassing me, Dad.
Run.
Come on, man. Break it down. Happy birthday, Notolo, man. Happy birthday to all of you. Hopefully you're feeling, as I said, really special on this day because it's your day, man. And if you want to make someone else out there smile and feel really special, you can WhatsApp us a dancing video just like that one on 0716406551. That's the WhatsApp line. We'd love to get a 15-second video of you singing, of you dancing, of you just having a good time. And you can even send a video to yourself. But if it is your birthday today, happy birthday. Love, love, love. Mwah.
Hey, let's continue the feel-good celebrations here on your feel-good breakfast show. So we've selected our final lucky viewer who's going to be spinning the Buy Smart virtual wheel of prizes. And so in studio, via the connection,
That's right.
to stand a chance of winning either a queen-size bed, a fridge, a washing machine, or a smartphone, we have someone really special.
Yes, we do. Now, this morning we have, drum roll, please. Blessing Mokabane. Right?
Mukaba.
Mokaba. On the line with us right now, and we're ready for her to spin the Buy Smart virtual wheel of prizes. Blessing, good morning to you. Are you ready, ma'am?
Good morning. I am super ready.
The smile on your face is telling me that you're going to have a very, very good morning. Of those prizes that we've just mentioned, which one are you really hoping for?
I'm hoping for a queen bed.
Queen-size bed, okay. Let's see how that goes down. So remember, my blessing, when you want the wheel to stop spinning and reveal which prize you'll be winning, all you have to say is, stop! Okay, we want to hear you nice and clearly. All right, so 3, 2, 1, let's spin the Buy Smart virtual wheel of prizes. All right, so we're spinning and it's spinning. Stop! She's done! She's done a stop! Oh, it's a beautiful bridge coming your way.
Woo!
Congratulations, Blessing. How are you feeling right now?
I'm feeling so much happy. Thank you so much, Expresso.
Oh, this is so amazing. Listen, I've got to ask you, Blessing, have you entered a competition like this and won before, or is this your first time?
It's for the first time, and it's for the first time, and I'm honored.
I love that. I love your energy, Blessings. Once again, thank you so much for joining us this morning. Congratulations on winning an awesome fridge.
Thank you very much. I'm happy I won something. It's the first time I win something.
Excellent.
First time I enter, first time I win.
Oh, wow.
Thank you very much, Team Expresso.
Well, you have been such a blessing to us this morning. Thank you very much. Now, remember that although we are no longer giving away weekly prizes, you can still send hi on WhatsApp to 072-897-6278. I'll give you that number one more time. 072-897-6278. Then easily follow all of the steps and open your camera, or you can do that. Yeah, open your camera to scan the QR code that is on your screen right now to get a link to sign up where you can.
Browse Buy Smart promos and products and upload a photo of your till slip when you buy Tiger Brands products so that you can earn points for your purchases. Your points can unlock rewards ranging from airtime and fast food vouchers to movie tickets and shopping vouchers. It's a lot, okay? And it's quick and easy, and you can sign up on the go.
Congratulations, Blessing!
Get rewarded for your shopping choices with Buy Smart. Send hi on WhatsApp to 072-897-6278 and follow the steps. You will stand a chance of winning incredible prizes weekly on Expresso.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back to your Feel Good Breakfast Show. It's a Thursday morning. We're nearing the weekend, Jamie Lee Domberg. Hopefully you're excited, but also excited to be spending the morning with us as we always are with you. Now, we all know there's nothing smoother than a combo of pizza and Tropica, a true taste of living island summer life, if you will, eh?
Yes, imagine this, watching a sunset on a beach or a movie night indoors and enjoying a pizza with a Tropica. What is that like?
That sounds beautiful. That sounds ideal.
Does it?
That's smooth.
That is
very smooth. Now, of course, there are smooth and not so smooth toppings, though. Some absolutely love pineapple, for instance, on pizza, and others just don't. So, do you find that combo smooth or not smooth? Pineapple on pizza. How are you on that?
Smooth.
Are you smooth with that?
Smooth. What about you?
I have my moments. I've got to admit, I'm not a hard and fast person, but in the instant moment, I'd go smooth.
Smooth.
Yeah.
What about some chili? Do you find that smooth or not smooth? I know your answer already.
It depends what kind of chili. Because if you go like a sweet chili, like a jalapeno vibe, I'm like smooth. But you give me the heat there.
You're running. You're running.
I'm running.
Listen, I also have a friend who loves egg on pizza. What do you think about that? Like an egg on a pizza?
A breakfast pizza is smooth for me, hey? No, hold on. The thing is, I like eggs on anything. Do you know what I mean?
Okay.
I love eggs in general.
On a pizza, though.
On a pizza, imagine. Especially if it's like, let's say you have a poached egg on a pizza. With like, like with like some bacon yana or a salami yana, some cheese yana, and then you just grate the egg.
I feel like you're trying to sell this to me. Okay, now there's also a combo of banana on pizza and banana curry pizza. Have you tried that one?
Okay, see, not smooth.
Not
smooth. No. What, banana on pizza?
Yeah.
No, I would never. I would absolutely never. Warm banana is not a thing, unless if it's in banana bread.
Okay.
So unless if the base of the pizza is made up.
Okay, we got it. You said it's not smooth. Well, listen, a great way to also enjoy your pizza with smooth toppings and Tropica combo is while watching a movie on a great 4K TV.
Wow.
And 2 Tropica consumers who bought Tropica and entered smooth or not smooth competition stand a chance to be called to flip a cap for a 43-inch Samsung Serif TV tomorrow. Tomorrow, guys. Now, you too could be experiencing 360-degree all-round design and place it anywhere in the room to enjoy your TV from all angles. I mean, that is smooth. Like,
yeah, the Serif is a piece of artwork. It's absolutely beautiful. Now, entering is easy. All you need to do is buy any Tropica promotional pack with a red cap, then flip the cap, and if you find smooth under the cap, you then stand a chance of winning. Now, if you don't find smooth, then just simply try flipping another cap till you do.
Now, once you find smooth, then follow the details on the pack to stand a chance of winning smooth instant prizes such as headphones, mobile phones, travel start vouchers, return local flights, watches, sunglasses, and so much more.
Absolutely. Plus, then you stand a chance of going into the draw to win weekly grand prizes live on Expresso every Friday by flipping a cap on our wall till you find smooth.
And tomorrow, you could be flipping the caps for that Samsung Serif TV. So go on and get your Tropica today to enter. The more Tropica you buy and find smooth, the more chances to win. And remember, those T's and C's do apply and can be found on tropica.co.za. We could be calling you tomorrow.
Can you find smooth? Okay, I'll give you one chance.
Okay.
Flip one cap and let's see if you can find smooth.
Not smooth. Thanks.
Are you smooth or not smooth? Buy Tropica. Flip the cap. If you find smooth, you stand a chance to win smooth prizes. Tropica, nothing smoother.
Well, Kat continues to laugh at Jamie's misfortune. Hopefully you'll be a lot luckier when you play smooth or not smooth at the end of the week. But of course, we want you to forget about your meat-free Mondays. Why? Because this Thursday, being the 1st of October, a brand new month, is also World Vegetarian Day, believe it or not. So we are kicking it off with a punch. Our Be Well Asian mushroom stir-fry, the perfect way to enjoy a meat-free meal and protect your heart health at the same time. We experienced World Heart Day recently and got some terrifying statistics. So this is what you can do to fight back. It's loaded with a mixture of marinated mushrooms, crunchy peanuts, fresh veggies, and of course all the happy heart goodness of canola and olive oil blend. Now showing us just how easily it is to look after our hearts and our hunger is our resident chef extraordinaire, Teresa Ulier. Teresa, thank you so much for bringing.
Morning.
This is undoubtedly the healthiest thing you made for me.
Okay,
you must have known that was coming, man. You must have known. But wow, flavor, layers of flavor here. So we love the fact that we're going meat-free because it is World Vegetarian Day, and we want to spark people's imagination and curiosity around meat-free dishes. It doesn't have to be bland.
Not at all.
Lack flavor. This has got texture. This has got bucket loads of flavor.
Yeah.
And a really like a nice, interesting, very Asian-inspired array of ingredients. So where do we start?
Exactly. All right. So I'm going to ask you to do the marinade for me.
Okay.
So you're just going to mix that all together.
All right. So what's going into my marinade?
So we've got some honey.
Okay, I'll start with that.
I'm going to heat up the Be Well oil so long. Honey, some soy sauce, some great fresh flavors there.
And these are kind of like your stock standard Asian flavor
Stir-fry
profiles.
ingredients. Yeah. There's some lime juice there.
Some lime.
And then some sesame oil. I'm going to start on the veggies.
I love that smell.
Oh, it's the best, I know. You don't need a lot, but it just adds something
Oh, it really does.
amazing to the sauce. And then we've got some garlic. Got to have the garlic.
Yeah, not
And then
dry
some
either.
chili as well. Chili flakes. Yeah.
Needs to have a little bit of a bite.
Bit of a kick, yeah. And you can adjust the amount. If you like a bit more heat, you can add a little bit more. And once it's whisked together, just give it a taste. I mean, I find with soy sauce, it's usually salty enough. But if you like a little bit of extra salt, you can add a
You can
pinch.
season to taste.
Yeah.
And if you're trying to keep the salt content low, of course, you can find low sodium, low salt
That's
versions of soy sauce as well.
Yeah. So I'm busy frying up some red pepper strips and some broccoli. And remember with stir fries, you want a nice high heat. You want to flash fry those veggies.
That
smells
smells
good.
absolutely amazing. Wow.
It's a lovely balance of flavors with the
Just
honey
make
and
this
the
as
salty.
a dressing, just like put this over salads.
Yeah.
Oh, it's beautiful.
It's a great
Absolutely
recipe
beautiful.
just to have for all sorts of things. All right, so our veggies are looking beautiful. Now I'm going to add some mushrooms, and mushrooms are a great substitute for meat because they've got that umami flavor, they've got that sort of meaty texture, and we're using a variety of mushrooms, and we really are spoiled for choice. When you go to the supermarkets, there's a huge variety these days, different shapes, sizes, colors, textures.
Each one has kind of a flavor and nuance that, you know, it takes some time exploring that. You'll find the one that you really absolutely love.
Yeah.
And what I like about this is because far too often when we're cooking kind of meat-free, we want to look for something that kind of mimics meat.
Yeah.
But this kind of has its own flavor. It's got its own texture. It stands up in a meal. It really does add body. I love the colors that are popping there as well. And I think that's something to remember with the stir fries. You're not cooking out the nutrients. You flash fry it so that you keep that nutrients in there.
It's quick and hot. So, I mean, that just looks absolutely beautiful.
Yeah,
I'm going
no,
to
that's
add some
popping, sure.
spring onions. So this is just right towards the end. And then we're going to add some nuts as well. So we've got toasted peanuts, but cashews are also, as we know, beautiful in stir fries. So either or.
Oh, I love that.
And it's just smelling amazing. And I'm going to pour that marinade in as well.
There we go. And I think for me, stir fry is all about the crunch. You want to have that texture.
Exactly.
That's a starting point. Has to be there.
Yeah. And great midweek option as well because it's very, very quick. Once your prep is done, it's literally popping it in the pan, couple of minutes on high heat, and you're done. And then serve it with a bit of rice. You can use regular rice or cauli rice as well. It's also
I was going to say, yeah.
option.
I mean, for me, I love it. You've got cauli noodles now. You've got cauli rice. You've got so many variants if you want to kind of keep that carb load nice and low. But look at your eyes tell you the vitamin content here. Just looking at the colors,
amazing.
You're already getting a sense of how healthy this is and how well balanced it is.
And the flavor is just bursting with flavor and freshness.
Wafting.
And then just finish it off with some sesame seeds. So final
I really
touch.
like the nut additive here. The fact that we've got the peanuts, the sesames, the beautiful oil.
Yeah.
It looks spectacular.
And so quick and easy.
It has a beautiful gloss. It looks amazing.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have a little bit of I'm gonna tuck in because it just looks so amazing.
Yeah, the mushrooms are just fantastic in this dish. They're good.
That marinade, and it's a little bit of a burn, just a little bit of an afterburn, but that is beautiful. Bit of zing. It's got a bite to it. The texture's amazing. The peanuts absolutely make that. Teresa, thank you. You've done well. So when the Be Well meals are this magical, there isn't mushroom. You see what I did there? Mushroom. For anything else. So if you love this recipe, you want to get your hands on many more, then head over to bewellfoods.co.za/cookbook to download your free copy of the Happy Heart Cookbook today. It's filled with an array of beautiful and healthy meals. And if you missed any of the steps to this mouth-watering Asian mushroom stir fries, my mouth is watering as I speak. Here's a quick recap. Oh, that's...
happyheartfoods.co.za to download your free Happy Heart cookbook today. Be well, love, food, life.
Only you can make my day. It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Hey, it's a Thursday morning. Welcome back to it. Your Feel Good Breakfast Show is live, large and in charge, and so good to be in your company. Now, when the introduction of level 1 of restrictions was announced, our president also encouraged all South Africans to download and use the government's COVID Alert app. Now, it works via Bluetooth to alert you of people who've tested positive for the virus, and Grant is here to tell us all about it, because he's the main man, of course, when it comes to all things tech. Good to see you, brother man. How are you?
I'm good. It's Thursday.
COVID-free?
I am COVID-free.
I haven't received a notification on my app, and we're in pretty close proximity.
Okay, so that's a good that's a misconception. And maybe people might think that it does not identify you if you have COVID. You still got to go get tested. Right?
No. Okay, no.
Okay.
Right.
Let's start at the very, very beginning.
Yes, please. What does the app do, Grant?
Okay, so the app, if you've got COVID, you let the app know. You download the app, you let it know, and it will use your location settings on your phone to alert people around you that somebody in the vicinity has COVID, and it will alert you if somebody else in the vicinity has COVID of themselves. So it's an early warning mechanism.
Yes.
So it's a very constructive way of tracking where COVID is or where corona is spreading.
Absolutely. And of course, but like you said, in the very first instance, you either would have had to be tested and know that you are COVID positive in order to enter.
The app does not test you.
Yeah, the app does not diagnose you or test you whatsoever. The big question, though, and we were talking about it the other day about data collection, how data is our most precious commodity, most valuable commodity. Does the app allow government to store your data?
So this was a huge controversy when it came out. A lot of people are always suspicious of governments.
Yeah.
We're very fortunate. I've seen a lot of international developers look at the app, and it does no storing of data whatsoever. It doesn't even identify you as an individual. It tracks your device.
Okay.
So where the device is going. So it's a very meat and potatoes like app. It's very basic. It's not capturing any data. But it's something we do need to look out for. If anybody does make an app that does track data, we need to do some research, and I recommend everybody does that. Facebook and Twitter are notoriously bad. They are taking data from you in places that you didn't even think. Go to your security settings. This is nowhere near that level of concern. I think just because people see it coming from government, they don't think they're more suspicious of it then than if it comes from private or corporate. But I think that corporate have more invested interest in tracking your data than the government does. Because even if the government does track your data, I'm not 100% sure what they're going to do with it. They can't sell it. It's a commodity. And corporations make money off commodities.
Yes.
So that's one of the things, unless...
Julian Assange might have something to say about that. But the question I have is, so if you are, let's say, downloading an app, whether from a private company or from a government, how do you check what it is that they are taking from you in terms of data, short of reading the entire terms and conditions statement?
So yeah, you won't probably see it in the terms and conditions, I doubt it, but you can go to the settings of that particular app and see what it is capturing. It's a legal requirement for the apps to tell you what it's tracking. If you're using Android or iOS, the operating system will tell you what's being pulled.
Yeah.
Which is really important.
So in terms of like location settings, activation,
your contact list,
capturing of microphone activity, because some apps are able to capture your microphone activity even when you're not using the app.
Exactly. Really?
Given the
camera.
And also your camera, right?
Yeah. So I do home broadcasting, so I do stuff on Twitch. I've got apps that use my camera even when the phone is locked, so that I can walk around the house and broadcast with my phone. But there are some apps so that I allow that app to do that, but there are some apps you don't want to allow that to happen.
Yeah.
And that is where it's an invasion of privacy, and if people get access to that, it's a problem. But whether it's corporate or government, we all have to look at those settings and make sure that we're doing our due diligence.
Yeah.
We're very fortunate that this app is really cool, and it's there to help each other, help our communities work out who's got COVID and where COVID is spreading. Remember, the data that is being collected is not about us as individuals in this case, it's about COVID. So COVID is enemy number one.
Yes.
And we need to track where it's going and how can we stop it, and where are the melting pots of where the virus is being spread, where are the areas where it's diminishing, and we can get that data from an app. It's not about us as individuals, fortunately, for now. And like you said, with Julian Assange might have a problem with it, or we got to be very conscious of where our data is going, and we got to be data-minded, like conscious. So just keep your finger on the pulse of what's happening on your phone and where your data is going. What's using battery when the phone is off on the table, those kind of things.
Quick little question. I mean, just once again to reiterate to everyone watching that the app is there, as Grant has just said, to help you locate where somebody who has already been diagnosed COVID positive is moving around in your vicinity. The app is not there to diagnose you. You can't hold the phone and then ask the app, am I COVID positive? And then it gives you a yes or no. It doesn't work that way. It's not meant to diagnose you. You need to get tested properly. With this kind of innovation that this pandemic has brought around, with this app, where else do you see it being like applicable in the near future? How could it help us make life in general easier, more efficient in other ways?
Well, our phones are great pieces of technology with gyroscopes, like GPS devices built into them. When developers, or when we think creatively on how to use these devices, we can do a lot with them. We all carry them around, but we do have to be conscious of what data is being collected, how that data is being collected, because there's a difference. Location data and then storing it with your name is a problem. Location data and storing it with a device that's getting deleted is great. Like that's the kind of data collection we want, but we've got to be, we're paving this forward, right? We're building these tools for our children. How are we going to handle them now, and who's collecting the data and how that data is being collected is going to affect our kids. So we need to be very conscious of that, and I'm glad people are very conscious of it, but there's no need to be overly suspicious about something you don't understand. That's become like the trend for the last 6 months, where people are going 5G towers are doing this. It's because people don't understand the thing and they are getting caught up in fear. And we mustn't get caught up in being scared of a government or whatever. We got to use our brains.
Yeah.
Right.
All right, mate. Thank you very much, Grant Hines, as always, our trusted man in all things tech and gaming. And also, from apps to our favorite games, before the release of the PS5, we still have some titles to look forward to on the PS4, like NBA 2K21. And here's Gareth Woods with the review.
Welcome back. You're still locked in at your Feel Good Breakfast Show, and you know how much we love our sports, and especially when we get to play our favorite athletes on the console. And this morning, Gareth Woods joins us to review the latest NBA game released, and it's NBA 2K21. Gareth Woods, how are you doing this morning, brother?
Always good. Thanks for having me.
I'm excited about this one, of course. Now, you reviewed 2K20, and I know you were quite pleased with it, but does 2K21 hit the same high note with you?
Yeah, I mean, short question, short answer. Yes, it's difficult always with these annual games to kind of show how much they step change every year. And so it was encouraging to see a game that's got such a huge following go, hey, we want to be as inclusive as possible and add so many features to help new players. And so with 21, it maybe doesn't do as much to like step change the game, because I mean, let's be honest, we've been having basketball games for, over 20 years now. There's a lot of more customization options that to help new players kind of slowly integrate into the game.
Yeah, man, look, you mentioned that this game is growing in its following, and I see so many people playing it. And also, I'm hearing questions about different methods of shooting, different styles of playing the game. And there's always these annual release sporting games. You can expect minor changes, but what is new in 2K21?
The UI looks fresh and, it's kind of like slightly feature-proofed and all that. Obviously, new rosters, but I think the two big kind of like changes, they've changed the shooting mechanics, so it's no longer using the right sticks in the same way. It used to be kind of you flick back and you flick forward. They're using those right sticks more to be able to do tricks. So the shooting mechanics are a little bit different. So if you played 2K 2017, it will be familiar, but if you played only the most recent ones, you might struggle at first like I did. But after a while, you kind of get the hang of it. It's like any of these things. They throw something new at you. It's all like awkward at first, and the next thing you don't know how you did without it. And the other big change is they've added a lot of the kind of like signature moves of some of the players. So, I mean, I won't pretend to know the names, but, it's like you play as, Kevin Garnett and, be able to do his specific kind of signature move, which is quite cool and adds a lot to the realism factor and the immersion of the games.
Oh, wow. It sounds so exciting. Now, listen, the last NBA game we'll see is this one, and it's going to be on PS4 consoles. It's the last one that they get. But what stands out for you in this game, and what can they improve on in the entire franchise as a whole?
Yeah, it's always difficult when games reach the kind of end of the console, because it's not the end of this console's life cycle, if you know what I mean. They've said, for example, that Xbox and Sony will support the console for another 3 years. So it's not technically the last release on these consoles, but I suppose it's the last one before we definitively get one on the PS5 and Xbox Series X. But the one thing you always notice with games that come out towards the end of the life cycle, they really just max out on the graphics. So all the games we've seen in 2020 have just been phenomenal. I look at games like The Last of Us, and now like NBA 2K21, the graphics are just phenomenal. I think the one thing that we will definitely see when we move into the new consoles is just load times disappearing. For example, startup times of consoles being a minute at the moment to being like 4 seconds on the new consoles. So I'm very excited for that, because that is one of the bugbears, when you play a game like FIFA. If it weren't for the good music during the menus, you'd be sitting there, twiddling your thumbs for 1 or 2 minutes. So very excited for that. But yeah, that's around the corner. 10th of November, we get our new console, so very excited for that.
Oh, well, I can imagine everybody's frothing to play this game and learning how to get the new finesse involved. But Gareth, thank you so much for the review this morning. It was an absolute pleasure, and it's so exciting to hear what's coming.
Cheers, thank you.
Well, guys, let us know what you think on our social media pages. Of course, that's expressoshow.com or Facebook or Instagram, and use that hashtag Expresso Show. And let us know, does it stand out within the franchise? Yeah, we would love to know indeed.
What's better than a sugar-coated, deliciously crispy golden brown donut and 100% Arabica beans brewed to perfection? Treat yourself and warm up your morning with a little sweetness from McCafe with the all-new mini donut and cappuccino offer. A little oven doesn't have to cost a lot. Great coffee, simple. Imagine a land where the sun shines all year over unspoilt landscapes. Open spaces and pure air revitalizing body and soul. Imagine crystal clear water teeming with marine life. Imagine wild beasts roaming the bush with pride. Imagine friendly people filled with the spirit of Ubuntu welcoming you to explore this magical land, the birth and resting place of Madiba. Wamkelekile in the Eastern Cape, a province that is yours to explore.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Well, the Feel Good continues right here on your Feel Good Breakfast Show. Now, you wouldn't tell it from a huge and contagious smile, but Leilani Kitter has overcome much adversity in her life. On the 16th of September 1992, she was brutally raped and left for dead when she was just 18. Now, many years after surviving the horrific ordeal, Leilani decided to speak out and share her story of survival with the public.
And in 2019, she set off on a 729-kilometer walk, traversing across 4 of our provinces to raise funds for other rape survivors and victims of gender-based violence. Such fantastic work she's been doing. She's raised over 250,000 rand during that walk, which is incredible. And she's recently completed another grueling walk, walking 28 kilometers per day for 16 days. And Leilani Kitter joins us to share more of her incredible story and, of course, her journey as well as this year's walk. Leilani, good morning. Thank you so much for making the time to chat to us.
Good morning, goeiemorgen, South Africans.
You really are such an icon and really such a superwoman in my eyes. And I think you've inspired so many women through all of your acts and what you've done over the last couple of years. But Leilani, what motivated you to share your story with the public? And how did you come up with the idea to use your pain for something good to come about?
Yeah, first I would like to say thank you for this amazing opportunity. So last year, in April, early April, I watched a documentary called 2215. It's about this guy who's walking for charity, and it really moved me so much. The following day, I decided I really want to do something. And I've always been a runner, but I want to do something huge. I want to make a difference in this beautiful world of ours. And then I went back to the youth hostel where it happened to me 27 years ago. As you can imagine, that was not an easy thing to do, but it was so powerful for me to do that. And when I left there, I decided I'm going to walk 27 k's per day for 27 days, not knowing actually how difficult it's going to be. But yeah, it's been the best decision of my life, and I always call it God's timing. But yeah, I really feel, sometimes bad things happen to us, and there's actually a reason and a meaning behind it. Not a lot of people will understand this, but when you eventually get to understand it, it's a fantastic place to be. So that, I never thought about it too much. I just did it, and I'm glad I did it. I'm glad I can be that one person of one of many to make a difference in other people's lives.
Absolutely, and using your voice for greater good. Now, you also wore a yellow T-shirt throughout your walk. That was the color of the T-shirt your attacker actually wore. Such a powerful statement, but tell us a bit more about the intended message behind that.
Yeah, so my reason for wearing yellow, as you just said, you know why? But because I'm taking control of my life. I think yellow is a beautiful color. Everybody normally loves it. They can wear it. It's such a happy sunshine color. I mean, look at this beautiful hashtag, Be Sunshine, on my T-shirt, because we need to be our own sunshines in our lives. And unfortunately, we're the only people who can create it for ourselves. So if anybody is listening to me today and they find they want to do something small to get over their own trauma, start with a color. You will not believe how powerful it is to wear a color like this now. I mean, I feel in control of my life.
Well, that is really, really beautiful, Leilani, because it speaks to the fact that you've now found that you are able to empower yourself through finding all those things that would otherwise be traumatic and transforming that energy into something positive and empowering for yourself. But you also completed 448 kilometers for your walk this year. I don't know how you do it. I don't know how you can do that. How on earth is your body feeling, Leilani?
To be honest, my body is quite sore. My left ankle is sore, but I'm not a child in I'm 46 actually. And my linker toon is so bietjie geluk, so it's really in a lot of pain. But my heart is full of joy. Pain is just temporary, quite frankly.
Absolutely. You have such a positive spirit, and I understand now that color yellow just resonates with you because it is that positivity. But last year, you raised 250,000 rand that went towards helping rape survivors and, victims of gender-based violence. Tell us a bit more about that and how these women, were helped in the process of this.
Yeah, it's a big privilege for me to be able to raise funds for these organizations because I never want to do what I do. I will always be the walker. So these organizations take the funds and they help people with counseling, housing, rape kits, comfort packs and those kind of things. So that's why I will always raise funds for them so they can do the magic work,
and
the real work.
And you do the real work. I think getting out there and being on the ground for me speaks so much to the fact that you are so committed to the cause and committed to doing the work and getting your hands dirty and sometimes, I suppose, your feet dirty and in pain too. But how's the response been this year? I understand that you raised over 140,000 Rand before you even started your 448-kilometer walk.
Yeah, it's really been a very blessed course. Actually, people are really supporting me. Because I think they're seeing that I'm very committed to this, I'm very serious about this. Yeah, so I would like to really thank all my amazing sponsors, Adcock Ingram for coming on board with a brave campaign and all my other sponsors for coming on board in such a short time.
Love that. And our president said it himself, gender-based violence is a second pandemic, but it's been here for so long. What parting words maybe do you have for survivors of rape and gender-based violence?
My message is really to tell people, it's okay to go back to your past because that's why I've done a nostalgic walk. It's really very healthy for you, but don't dwell on it. And pain, like I said earlier, pain is really just temporary. You can get through this.
Thank you so much, Leilani, for sharing with us this morning. This is absolutely beautiful. And yes, to everybody out there, I think it's recognizing that gender-based violence in South Africa or in the world is also, just like COVID-19, a pandemic, and we need to tackle it. Thank you so much for your time.
No, it's been a pleasure. Thank you.
Oh, man. And of course, thank you for the amazing work that Leilani is doing. And of course, with all the other survivors out there, you really have shown that your pain is not just yours alone. There are others who need your voice. And you do so by sharing yourself and, of course, sharing your voice with the many, many voiceless out there. Well done, Leilani.
The time now just before 7 o'clock on this Thursday, the 1st of October 2020. Here's another look at the news headlines. On the national news front, the government has announced that international travellers from high-risk countries that will receive limited access to the country from today include the United Kingdom, America, India, the Netherlands and Switzerland. The Minister of International Relations, Naledi Pandor, reiterated the announcement that only 3 airports would be open for international travellers: OR Tambo International Airport, Cape Town International Airport and King Shaka International Airport. Pandor said the data of the countries allowed in the country would be reviewed every fortnight. Meanwhile, the organisation Undoing Tax Abuse, or OUTA, has called on Transport Minister Fikile Mbalula to consider changing the driver's licence renewal process from 5 to 10 years, as is done in many countries around the world. The extension from 5 to 10 years should apply between the ages of 18 and 65 years. OUTA said yesterday that changing the renewal process should save both the consumer and government time and money, as well as improve the administration and manageability of the renewal process by the state. On the international news front, the East African Court of Justice has dismissed a case which challenged the constitutional amendment bill removing the age limit to contesting the presidency in Uganda. Now, this means that 76-year-old President Yoweri Museveni, who has been president since 1986, is allowed to stand for re-election. Ugandan lawyer Male Mabirizi had petitioned Uganda's Supreme Court, which upheld the amendment, after which he took matters to the regional court. Now, the change in the constitution removed the requirement for anyone wishing to stand for the presidency to be aged between 35 and 75 years. In other news, France has said it will gradually ban the use of wild animals in travelling circuses as part of sweeping new animal welfare measures. Ecology Minister Barbara Pompili yesterday also announced a ban on farming minks for fur and on keeping dolphins and orcas in captivity in marine parks. Pompili said it's time that man's ancestral fascination with these wild beings no longer means they end up in captivity. The move was hailed as an historic victory by leading animal rights groups around the world. And next, 2 of South Africa's famous animal celebs celebrate birthdays. 2 of South Africa's celebrity animals are celebrating their birthdays in these days. The beloved and well-known runaway lion, Sylvester, has of late quietly become the leader of a pride of 8 lions in the Eastern Cape, and he will soon be 8. Sylvester made the world headlines as an escape artist in 2015 after 2 escapes and being on the run for 24 days from the Karoo National Park with scores of rangers, helicopters and tracker dogs after him. He is presently well settled and extremely happy with his pride, consisting of himself, of course, of Phyllis, his great friend, 2 lionesses, Angel and Nika, Sylvester's 2 sons, Gamka and Cambro, and Phyllis' daughter and son, Kat and Liam. Now, the baby lions are now some 2 years old. The wee albino elephant calf, Kanyisa, rescued in January from a poaching snare, has since made an amazing recovery and recently celebrated her first birthday. The incredibly brave and completely rare and in color Kanyisa has integrated well with her herd at the Hoedspruit Elephant Rehabilitation and Development Center. The Jabulani herd of rescue elephants, mostly orphans themselves, have adopted her as one of their own. Now, indeed, 2 feel-good fairy tale stories like straight from a Disney movie. And on that note, that's it for the news on this Thursday morning. Right now, let's take another look at what's happening in the world of sport. And here's Graham.
Thanks so much, Kat. Staring down another scintillating weekend of rugby. Rugby World Cup winners Sia Khaleesi and Lucanio Am will captain the green and gold teams in the Springbok Showdown taking place on Saturday. The exciting showpiece will see World Cup winners, seasoned international players and some exciting rising stars go head-to-head at Newlands in what could be the last major fixture at the iconic ground. Now, 3 changes have been made with the green team. Opa Mahoje, he tested positive for COVID-19, so he'll be replaced. Trevor Nyakane, who had made contact with Mahoje, will also be replaced. And then former junior Barker Mnombo as well as Daba has been ruled out due to a hip injury. Staying with great South African news in tennis, South African teenage sensation Kolo Monsi will make his debut appearance at the French Open Junior Tennis Championships, scheduled to take place from the 4th to the 10th of this month. The 17-year-old will become the first black South African junior to play at Roland Garros in 20 years. That's since Peter John Nondo did so in 2000. In the men's seniors draw, of course, we've got South Africa's Kevin Anderson and Lloyd Harris both in action today from 2:15. And staying with news from Roland Garros, 12-time champion and 19-time Grand Slam winner Rafa Nadal, he's eased into round 3 of the tournament after thrashing American Mackenzie McDonald 6-1, 6-love, 6-3. Next, he will face off against Italian tennis player Stefano Travaglia. Then in the women's singles title race, sad news, unfortunately, as 23-time Grand Slam winner Serena Williams has withdrawn from Roland Garros with an Achilles injury. Now, switching over to the IPL match 12 of the 2020 Indian Premier League saw the Kolkata Knight Riders register their 2nd win of the season after beating the Rajasthan Royals by 37 runs at their home ground, the Dubai International Cricket Stadium. So Rajasthan, they won the toss, chose to field, and it was the right choice. Kolkata Knight Riders then put up a total of 174 runs in their 20 overs. The Royals then only managed to reach 137 runs on the night, with Tom Curran starring for the team with 54 not out from 36 deliveries. And today, the IPL will throw at us the Kings 11 Punjab up against the defending champions, the Mumbai Indians. That one kicks off at 4 p.m. Then back to our midweek footballing action in the Carabao Cup last night. Goals by Scott McTominay, Juan Mata and Paul Pogba sealed a 3-0 win for Manchester United. That was over Brighton at the American Express Community Stadium. Man City also recorded a win after beating Burnley 3-0. Raheem Sterling netting 2 goals there and Ferran Torres also adding a 3rd. Both Man City and Man United have now advanced to the Carabao Cup quarter-finals. Then this evening, we're going to see it all over again. A fixture that sees Liverpool up against Arsenal again at 8:45 tonight. That's a wrap of your sport for this morning. Let's take one last look at the weather.
Before we get into the weather report for the day, let's have a look at your sunrise pictures. Joan Cameron shared the sharp sunrise picture from Britannia Bay. Clear skies with periodic clouds to be expected in your part of the country, with temperatures ranging from 11 degrees to 20 degrees. And one of our regular sunrise contributors, Fatah Khan, never fails to stun us with the beautiful sunrises from Richards Bay. You experienced some showers today with 56% chance of rain. Thank you all so much for your stunning sunrise pictures. We absolutely love seeing them. Please continue to share them on our social media platforms. Most people across the country are probably aware that a spell of rather extreme weather conditions, which started earlier this week, will continue into the weekend. Good news, though, is that much needed rain is forecast to sweep across the Eastern Cape, where drought has seen many dams run dry. Snow can also be expected in high-lying areas of the province today, with further snowfall expected tomorrow. Over the next few days, early summer rains will also occur in parts of the Free State, Northwest Gauteng and the Eastern Highveld of Mpumalanga. Johannesburg's emergency services are on high alert as severe thunderstorms and flooding in low-lying areas are expected during the next few days. Storms are also forecast to affect Limpopo and Mpumalanga. And in the Western Cape, windy conditions with heavy rain and localized flooding are forecast, as well as marine gales and high sea conditions. Snow can also be expected in high-lying areas. So let's buckle up for a few days of inclement weather. Let's get into the forecast for the day. A partly cloudy day for Polokwane with a low of 16 and an afternoon temperature of 27 degrees. It's going to be a sunny day with some thunder showers, though, in Mbombela with a maximum of 28 degrees. Pretoria, a rainy one for you at 57% chance of rain. Jose Maboneng, your temperatures range from 14 to 23, but do not leave your umbrellas when you step out. Mahikeng, 43% chance of rain, 14, 29. Klerksdorp, also some thunder showers at 48% chance of rain. Kimberley, 529. Bloemfontein, the rain continues at 58% chance of rain. Richards Bay starts off the morning at a low of 17 and will reach an afternoon temperature of 24. Pietermaritzburg, 1222. South Africa's Playground Durban's temperatures range from 17 to 25. 1014 with 77% chance of rain for Mthatha. East London, 1217. Also, do not leave your rain jackets behind with 69% chance of rain. Cradock, 918. A rainy one for Port Elizabeth as well. George, 1013. Cape Town starts off with a low of 12 and will reach a high of 16. Worcester, a rainy day. Expect some showers namhlanje with a maximum of 11 degrees. Sutherland, 311. And Uppington, your maximum namhlanje is 22 degrees. That was the final look at the weather this morning. It's the 1st of October. Let's start this month strong on a feel-good note. Whichever part of the country you're in, whatever the weather, make sure to have yourselves a feel-good kind of day.
Well, listen, a feel-good kind of day it's going to be. And now, whoever said you can't teach an old dog new tricks clearly hasn't spent a day with our resident dog whisperer and trainer, Karish Naff, right?
I can be taught. I can be taught new tricks. I promise you I can do it. Absolutely love it. So today we're going to be learning how to teach our dogs to bow. Can you do it? I can.
Hi, I'm Karis. Lyric is helping me today, and we are going to show you how to teach your dog to stretch and a little bit do some dog yoga. How to teach your dog to do a bow on command. So for this, you need a handful of treats. Put the treats at the same height at your dog's nose, and just put your hand underneath their belly, and then bring your hand down toward the ground and reward them when their elbows touch. By keeping your hand very gently on their belly, they won't flop into a down position. And then you can teach them a lovely stretch. Good girl. When you do this, use your hand to bring them back up into a stand. So the progression of this is then to take the treats out of your hand and just use a hand signal. Yes! And then reward them again when it's finished. Use your hand underneath your dog's belly as long as you need to. Lyric, bow. Oops, oops. So if they go down like that, it's fine. Just start again. Make sure your hand's under. Lyric, bow. Yay! Good girl. It's very common when you teach this that a dog will flop all the way down. And don't stress if they do it. Just help them back in the right position and reward them for doing it right. This is a very nice stretch for dogs, and it's always good to teach them other tricks. Dogs love learning new things. With this trick and any other one, be really patient with your dog and only reward them when they do it right. Dogs make mistakes when they learn, and so do we. Don't stress about it. Focus on the positive stuff, and then those are the behaviors they will offer more. Well done! He's so cute!
A flea and tick-free dog is a happy dog. Protect your dog from harmful parasites with NextGuard Spectra's tasty chewables. Did you know your dog needs to take just one NextGuard Spectra chew once a month to treat and prevent the broadest range of troublesome parasites, including ticks, fleas, mites, and various worms. NexGuard Spectra can be given with or without food to puppies as young as 8 weeks and to dogs of all sizes and breeds. NexGuard Spectra is the tasty chew you can trust and the treat your dog will love.
Too cute, man. Thank you so much, Karis. So we are now so excited to launch a brand new competition this morning that will allow you and your beautiful pup to have a little fun and win big at the same time, courtesy of our friends at NexGuard Spectra. We have 3 amazing NexGuard Spectra hampers up for grabs, which includes a whole set of fun accessories for you and your dog, and up to a whole year's worth of NexGuard Spectra treatment. The better your entry, the bigger your prize. I love the sound of that.
Love that. Now, to stand a chance of winning, we want you to send us a video or photo of your dog doing a fun trick or pose. Get creative with it. Post your entry on the competition post on the Expresso Facebook or Twitter page and include the hashtag NexGuard Spectra. Now, the competition only closes on the 15th of October, so you still have plenty of time to teach your dog some new tricks. Like G said, you can teach them.
You can do it, I promise you.
And remember, all those terms and conditions and a full list of what's in your prize, you can visit expressoshow.com to find out more.
High five. I'm gonna do a high five.
Yeah.
High five.
It's one for the book readers and the book eaters. One for the construction workers and their helpful ones. One for the laundry sorters and the laundry hoarders. Whoever the dog member of your family, big or small, new NexGuard Spectra, the broad spectrum monthly chew that protects inside and out in one easy step. NexGuard Spectra, just one chew, so easy for you.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Now, any pet owner will tell you that their dog is not simply just a pet, but a part of the family, a best friend, a lifelong companion that brings an immense amount of joy and love to our lives. And to honor the extraordinary beings that our dogs really are, our friends at Ultra Dog have recently launched a brand new TVC that captures just how ultra cool dogs really are. Take a look at this.
Cassie's my ultra dog. We're such water babies. It's where we bond and play together. I feel like we're balanced and completely in sync.
There's ultra in every dog. Ultra Dog, scientifically formulated with the right blend of protein, fresh meat, vitamins and minerals. Ultra food for ultra dogs. Get free pet accident cover when you buy UltraDog products.
Dogs really are ultra cool. That is beautiful. Now, joining me this morning are just two of the creative minds behind the magic. Warwick Reitenbach, the creative director from VMLY&R agency, and Ryan De Beer, the brand manager for Ultra Pet. Gents, welcome to the show. Very good morning.
Thanks for having us. Morning.
It must give you a buzz every time you see it. It looks visually beautiful. Your colorist, just amazing. But what a powerful and emotive snapshot. Ryan, I'm going to start with you. What made you decide to, just from a starting point, create an ad like this specifically?
Yeah, so Graham, UltraDog has been exclusively available in the veterinary channel for close to 30 years now. And despite doing pretty well over the years, we felt that we really wanted to give it a new platform that would help raise our brand awareness and take UltraDog to the next level. So we got in touch with our agency and collaboratively we created what we think is a fantastic ad that truly captures what our brand now represents.
And a superstar performance from the pup in the ad as well, but it's just beautiful. Warwick, well done, my friend. Can you tell us a bit about what went into the ethos? How did you come up with the ethos going into this and how did you bring it all together?
Obviously, every dog owner thinks that their dog is special. They're probably right. But the fact is that all dogs are actually extraordinary. So they can be healers, they can be rescue dogs, they can be a hot water bottle in winter, or they can just give you like a smile after a really long day of work, man. So we want to bring that like sort of extraordinariness to life in a visually unique way. In the ad, we see like our lead Carla and her fur baby Cassidy paddleboarding at night. Sort of, it looks like the middle of the ocean. The two are playing in the water, and we really get a sense that they have this extraordinary bond. The look and feel of the ad is very different to what's out there in the category at the moment. We wanted to give people something that they'd obviously remember. So we brought in this feeling of remarkableness, if you want to call it that, through these wisps of kind of bright blue smoke to illustrate the dog's sort of ultraness in really cool visual ways. So it's our link to the extraordinary. But, all of that comes down to that all dogs are extraordinary. So you've got to feed them extraordinary food to keep them at their ultra best.
I think my miniature Dachshund definitely fits into the hot water bottle kind of segment of what you just listed there. But there is an emotional element, and how difficult is it to hit that on the head when you've got to get a performance from a dog? You've got obviously a fantastic human performance in the ad, but you've got to have an emotive moment in there, something that really does capture that essence. How difficult was that?
Oh, man. I mean, dogs, there's that ancient film relic that goes, never work with dogs and kids. So dogs can be a handful, man. Like, they're going to do what they're going to do. But we're actually really lucky with a pup on the day. Carla and the dog, like, sort of had this really cool emotional connection, man. So, we just had to keep the camera rolling and let them kind of do their thing. So it's all really, really natural in-camera kind of stuff,
Yeah, and you really nailed the emotion of that connection. Now, Ryan, we love it when our favorite brands are local. Am I correct that UltraDog is produced by RCL Foods, who are the biggest pet food manufacturer in the country?
Yeah, absolutely right. We have just built a beautiful new factory in Gauteng with all the latest equipment in it. It's actually really one of the best facilities that I've been into in all my years working in FMCG. So we make the food right here, and as you say, local is lekker, right? And RCL Foods is the biggest pet food manufacturer in South Africa. We have a load of dog food experts up at our plant whose main aim is to really make the best dog food we can for the beloved pets of South Africa.
Now, you've obviously spent a lot of time with kind of putting the brand out there in this new and dynamic way, thinking about what the UltraDog brand actually is. How would you describe the brand now that you've had the opportunity to kind of see it through a different lens, if you will?
Yeah, so, producing a vet quality dog food like UltraDog is not easy. It takes a lot of research, effort and expertise to produce a high quality veterinary food. And having been around for some time now, we felt it was right to start talking to people about what we're about, and hopefully people now start to think of us as an alternative choice of food for their fur babies. We believe that every dog is extraordinary. It's the little things and the big things that our dogs do. You know, their wagging tails, their soft snores, their playful bark, or even that slobbery kiss hello when you get home from work. And we refer to this as their ultraness, and we want you to keep them at their ultra best. And that's why we have used our experts to create recipes filled with high quality ingredients that we think your dogs will love.
If someone was wanting to make that switch over to Ultra Dog now, but was perhaps just a little bit nervous to make a change, because we do care so much about our fur babies, as you term them, is there a way that Ultra Dog can help out?
Yeah, absolutely, Graham. You know, we offer 100% money-back guarantee on our food. So that means you can switch without any risk to your pockets. If you would rather prefer to test a small amount of product first with your dog to see how they enjoy it, then you can ask for a product sample at any vet store, and they will organize one for you free of charge. However, it's really important that dog owners do transition their dogs across from their old food to the new food. That's a really important part of the process. We also have our free pet accident cover, which is called UltraShare, that comes with any Ultra Dog purchase. It's really just our way of giving something back to our loyal shoppers and helping to protect their pets should an accident happen.
Oh, I love that, man. An authentic love of your market. It really does ring through, and that certainly speaks volumes in the ad itself. Warwick, you've done a fantastic job, my friend Ryan. I think you can be proud Papa Bear of a brand new baby to release into the world. Looks beautiful, and the message is loud and clear. So thank you so much, gentlemen.
Thank you.
Thank you, Graham.
If you have an ultra cool dog at home, we know they're all ultra cool, that deserves the best, then head over to the Ultra Pet website and view the full Ultra Dog range, plus all of the information that you need on how to transition your pup into that space. You can visit ultra-pet.co.za for all those resources.
Now, speaking of ultra cool pets, every now and then we all encounter someone remarkable who's changing the world for the better in their own right. But it's not every day that you get to meet a whole building filled with adorable puppies that are about to change the world.
When they say not all heroes wear capes, they are absolutely correct. Now today I'm in Johannesburg at the South African Guide Dogs Association, where I get to spend the day with future service dogs and get a first-hand look at how they are trained to bring companionship and independence to their future owners. This is truly a job fit for a hero, and I cannot wait to meet the cute little pups. But for now, let's meet the team. Trying to escape. Come sit on my lap. They are just too cute. I can't even begin to deal. And to think that these cute little pups have such a massive responsibility at their hands. At what age do guide dogs, start training?
They start their training at 2 weeks of age while they're still in puppy block. From the 7 weeks of age, they go out to their puppy raisers who've been pre-approved and interviewed up to around about 14 to 16 months, which is when they then are brought into kennels just begin their formal training.
I see that you only have retrievers around. Is there a reason for that?
The Labrador is an extremely biddable character, very willing to please their owners or handlers, and extremely food driven. They'll do anything for food.
Girl, I should have bought snacks. I just cannot deal with how cute they are, and to think that from here they're gonna go out there and change someone's life is truly heartwarming. Dogs are a man's best friend. Now, after puppy training, I believe that the dogs come to you and your team. Do they all receive the same training, or are they honed for specific needs?
So they're coming here either to be trained as guide dogs, autism support dogs, or dogs for people that are in wheelchairs. So they will come in, the trainer will have to bond with the dog just to gain their trust. And then as a trainer, you think that your dog is now ready to move on to the next stage. When the dogs are happy, relaxed, then we will start with our obedience, and then slowly introduce the jacket. Because if you rush things, then you're going to get a student that is going to be unhappy with you as a teacher, and that is not what you want. You don't want you to be the cause of a dog, like not making it as a working dog.
How does the process of pairing them up with someone work?
Basically, you need to get a right size dog, a right speed, a right temperament for the right person. If you do a wrong assessment in terms of where can this dog go to, then you might fail the dog that was supposed to be a very good worker if maybe put in a right environment.
Peter, you have been in this game for a long time. Please take us back to the first time that you met with your first guide dog.
Quickly, the first time that I met with my very first guide dog is many, many years ago, and it was at this very same premises. And it has since taught me that a guide dog really gives you self-confidence, make you so independent, it makes you live life absolutely to the fullest.
The South African Guide Dogs Association is the only training center of its kind in Africa, and getting to witness these incredible dogs in action today is honestly, truly heartwarming, because I know they're gonna go out there and change someone's life. The South African Guide Dogs Association solely relies on fundraising and sponsorship to keep it going. What is Next Guard's relationship with this organization?
Boehringer Ingelheim Animal Health South Africa are so proud to be associated with the Guide Dog Association. We've been involved with them for 15 years. We sponsor their tick and flea control from when they are 8 weeks old right through to graduating dogs. We've recently just moved them over to our brand new innovative product, NextGuard Spectra, which will manage their ticks, their fleas, their mites and their worms with one tasty treat. We want to prevent the transmission of potentially lethal tick-borne diseases like babesia. Can you imagine if one of these amazing dogs that is worth close to R1 million had to die from tick bite fever, because we can prevent it with our amazing product.
On that joyful note, thank you both for the collaboration that you have and that you are driving. You are the faces behind these heroes, and I just want to say thank you. We've always known that a dog's a man's best friend, and seeing these incredible dogs possess intelligence and so much love is truly phenomenal. Now, I'm so grateful to have been here today to witness how they are trained and also see them show off their remarkable skills and talents. Now, you at home, if you are in a position to donate to this incredible organization, I kindly ask that you please do so, because as we've heard from people's testimonies today, it can truly change someone's life.
New NextGuard Spectra, the broad spectrum monthly chew that protects inside and out in one easy step. NextGuard Spectra, just one chew, so easy for you.
Well, what an incredible story, truly shining a light on the fact that the relationship between humans and animals is interdependent and showing just what harmony can be created in that beautiful bond. I hope that that has put a big smile on your face. And while you hold on to that smile, we're going to take a quick break and we'll be right back.
It's my Feel Good Breakfast Show.
Welcome back, everybody, to your Feel Good Breakfast Show right here on SABC3. It is Thursday. We're talking all things fashion, and we know that with summer fast approaching, we are all excited to hit the town looking cool and chic and sassy, within social distance, of course. Now, resident fashion and beauty editor Knox Mafu is here to take us through Woolworths Season 20 Summer Dress Collection. And let me tell you, it shouts comfort, style, and quality. And yes, Mama.
Hello.
Hello.
How are you?
Good. I'm loving everything right now.
Summer is like, I mean, you're popping already. You're just giving me the vibes. Like, just looking at you is the right energy for spring and summer dresses.
All the vibes that we need. But take us through texture and fabrics. What can we expect with regard to that this season?
Yeah, so I think with the summer dress, I think we really need breathable cottons, right? So I think the big thing to look out for is your cottons. We're definitely going to see a lot more viscose, because I think those blends are really great in terms of breathable room. And definitely we're going to see a return to the linen. So obviously really the solid kind of materials that are quite versatile, that are really easy to breathe in and just easy to take care of. And of course then we'll see the trends on top of that. But in terms of the materials, those are the solid things we'll be seeing in this season.
Speaking about the trends, because we've been speaking about that a lot lately, just to reiterate, what are some of those big trends that we're going to be seeing for the season?
So I think prints are the thing, obviously. So, I mean, from animal prints to, like, you know, your colorful kind of prints when it comes to like flowers and the tropical prints. Those are really popular. We saw those trends coming in very early on with the men's kind of tropical, you know, features in their outfits. But now we're seeing it in the women's fashion, which is so nice, because we're also seeing a lot of sorbet colors. And I'll actually give you an example of this. This is really like a lovely example of kind of these really soft, fruity colors that we're starting to see. I mean, with the design there in the halter neck, these are really, really the popular trends. And of course, just pops of color. So if we look at the color that you're even wearing, that hot pink, it really is all the rage at the moment. You can even stand up to give us a bit of a teaser into it. But definitely the limes are also really, really popular. But what I like here, for instance, in your dress is really the detail that we're seeing in the shoulders. So the accent in the shoulders, we're going to see a lot more. If we see here the tier dress, which you spoke a little bit about earlier this week, we're starting to really see the different kind of styles coming in. So I like this because we've got the print involved, we've got the lime color, which is really on trend at the moment, and the tier dress. So I think there's a really lovely way that these trends can culminate into really individual statement pieces for your summer outfit. And I mean, if we look earlier here, there's a lovely tie-dye kind of print. And what I love about these dresses, so easy for a picnic, lovely kind of design over here, so very feminine and very flirty, I guess, which makes it really, really nice. So from any point where you want to wear kind of a workwear outfit, which is something I think you're wearing so beautifully today, or unless it's something for a lunch or more casual approach, these materials lend themselves to dress up or down. Whether you're wearing a cotton top or you're wearing heels or sneakers, you've got something that will always work for you.
I love that we're taking off texture and fabric. We're also talking about playful things, because I mean, it is summer. You want it to be light, airy, have fun with it, and also have a very eager model who want to show how she's going to have fun with her look for spring. So shall we bring her in?
Yes, let's bring in this model. Now, what I love about, you know, my model's look over here, yes, giving me all the vibes, is definitely the maxi dress, which is also such a popular statement at the moment. I think the maxi dress has this beautiful way of just looking good on any type of body. The way it cinches in the waist is incredible, and the detail at the bottom there where Kotle has amazing space to walk and give us a bit of a ripple effect in the movement, all very floaty. And of course the tropical prints that we spoke about earlier making their way on her outfit, and I think she looks absolutely stunning. And I mean, if we combine, you know, these two things that you're even wearing, Jamie, is that the pink is really the star of a lot of these fashion items that we're seeing today. So I think to mix between a print and a solid bright color, you really are on trend with any summer outfit, and I think our model looks amazing.
She looks absolutely amazing. And again, with a dress like this and simple dresses that you've been showcasing, you can literally just switch it up with sneakers. You can put on a cardigan if it is getting chillier in the night. So absolutely effortless.
And absolutely, Jamie. I mean, we're seeing a transition in the weather. Sometimes it does get a bit colder, but it doesn't mean these have to go away. You put on a bit of a lighter polo neck if it is a little bit colder. If you've got a simple tee that you'd want to add, sneakers, heels, very interchangeable, which makes these a lovely basic to have for any summer wardrobe.
Knox, as always, you're the one, everybody. Ladies, what are you waiting for? You too can get style, quality, and comfort at Woolworths with dresses from only 299 Rand. Let me just say it louder for everybody at the back. You can, of course, shop it at Woolworths in-store, online, or on the Woolies app.
There will be brighter days as we learn along the way to love and appreciate. There will be brighter days as we learn along the way to love and appreciate.
Do that.
Now listen, everyone wants skin that's glowing with youthful vigor. And today, one of our lucky viewers who will be glowing 100% because they are about to win a Nemu Agewell hamper. So let's get the drum roll going, please.
Congratulations, Tinyiko Grace Mabunda. This is her. Look at that beautiful face, and her skin is going to be lovely, feeling 100% fresh and hydrated. Congratulations, Tinyiko.
Come on, we got another winner, guys. Make me a winner.
So, she is now officially known as G1. She has made herself her way onto our board. 100 days. Oh, goodness. She is there. Look at that.
Fantastic stuff. Congratulations to you. Now, if you want to be just as lucky but not sure how to enter, it's really, really easy. Take a look.
Are you ready to stand a chance to win 100% goodness prizes with Crush? 100% you are. 100% goodness winners will be announced daily on Expresso from Monday to Friday from September through December. To enter, buy Crush promo packs, see the back of the label and scratch, and if you find a unique code, dial the USSD number on the pack to stand a chance to win immediate prizes or go into the grand prize draw. If you don't find a unique code, keep buying Crush to find the hidden codes. Crush is 100% fruity, fresh, tasty, and refreshing.
Made with love by Clover.
All right, so if you're looking for one tip, a good tip, okay, and this one stands out in my mind, so to look after your skin, use sunscreen. Why?
100%.
Completely. It protects your skin from UV rays. Really important. Lowers your skin cancer risk. It prevents premature aging of the skin as well, and it also helps to maintain an even skin tone. So be doing it.
There you go. Thank you very much. So look after your skin and also remember to quench your thirst with 100% refreshing goodness with Crush.
Get your 100% goodness with Crush. Scratch and stand the chance to win hundreds of goodness prizes for 100 days with hashtag Crush100.
Made with love by Clover. Only you can make my day.
Cadbury Dairy Milk Glass and a Half Project presents There's a Story in Everyone. Visit cadbury.co.za/storytime for more information on how to share your inspirational story.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
You are still locked into your Feel Good Breakfast show, Expresso, right here on SABC3. Now, throughout this past September, myriad cultural groupings came together to share in the exaltation and pride of our cultures as we commemorated Heritage Month in South Africa. Now, one sound that is synonymous with celebration across Mzansi's cultures is that of ululating. Exactly that. And this morning, we are so excited to be joined by seasoned photojournalist, author and founder of Mukurukuru Media, Lucas Ledwaba, to learn more about this. A very good morning to you, Lucas. Thank you so much for joining us.
Good morning, and thank you for inviting me.
This is beautiful. Ntate Ledwaba, you recently published a striking photo essay that captured various traditional experiences as they've unfolded. Tell me more about this.
Well, the photo essay was published because it's to celebrate our Heritage Month. It was inspired. I've been shooting these ceremonies for a long period of time. And I was inspired by the work of the legendary Mr. Peter Magubane. He had a series of books where he photographed the different cultures of Southern Africa. And I have also followed that path because I've always asked myself the question, will this kind of ceremonies still be with us 50 years, 100 years from now? So I decided as a storyteller to zoom in on that and capture these moments for posterity.
I love that, and it's truly inspiring because we hardly ask ourselves these questions, but the world in reality is moving so fast, and it's so easy to kind of get lost in new ways. Can you please describe to us the sound of mifulufulu and why it's such an important defining characteristic of cultural celebrations in Africa at large?
Mifululu. Well, I call it the magical call of Africa. It is a sound that you hear at various ceremonies, spiritual ceremonies, ceremonies to celebrate all kinds of things, weddings, naming of children, the birth of a child, the coming of the first rains, the first harvest, and so on. It's synonymous. I mean, if you travel throughout what they call sub-Saharan Africa, you are likely to find people practicing this because it's part of who we are as Africans. We express ourselves in that manner through song and through ululation. It is not just a random sound. It's something very deep and has very strong meaning.
We know that you are a multiple award-winning journalist. I mean, you've done such an incredible job and such wonderful work in that space with acclaimed book and documentary credits under your name. Such an inspiring story to tell, I think, for you. But what do you find most stimulating about discovering and telling African stories? What is it about African stories for you?
My mission is to tell the story of Africa the African way. When you go to bookstores, and this is something that has been haunting me for a long time, you find books about Africans and African cultures, but those books are not written by Africans. And in many cases, you find that there is a lot of misinterpretation or misrepresentation of who we are exactly. So it is my little contribution to ensuring that Africa tells its story in the most honest and creative way.
A much celebrated author, a much celebrated storyteller, Lucas Ledwaba. Thank you very much for the work that you do in preserving our culture, in telling our story and documenting the experiences of our people on this continent. You do so well, and thank you very much for chatting to us this morning.
Thank you for hosting me.
Ah, man, that was Lucas Ledwaba. Of course, the importance of keeping our heritage alive. It does go beyond Heritage Month, and we need to reclaim, restore and preserve our living heritages so that we can unite in celebrating with current and future generations. Introducing McCain's new frozen salad range of diced beetroot and diced potato. Simple solutions for salads and sides, making your family favorites easier. Growing together. That's McCain.
So we're celebrating World Vegetarian Day with a comforting and spicy potato and lentil dal, and this is really quick and easy to make and is conveniently made using McCain's diced potatoes. So there's no chopping needed, folks. Teresa Ulyate is taking us through the steps, and at the end of the segment we're also giving away a 14-piece Tefl cook and strain pot set to the value of 2,499 Rand. So stay tuned for that. Teresa, good to see you as always.
Yes, you too.
And we're making quite a nice recipe. We're making some dal.
Dal.
There we go. Let's get started.
Potatoes. Okay, so we're going to put our potatoes in the microwave. Very, very easy. So you pop them in your bowl, cover them with a little bit of plastic.
And they're already peeled and diced for.
Such a time saver. Everything's done for you.
I'll take that.
And in the microwave for 5 minutes.
5 minutes.
So big time saver when you use the McCain potatoes. So, right, I've got some dal here that we've cooked up in some vegetable stock with some cinnamon and cloves. So it's got beautiful flavor. You obviously take those out when the cooking process is finished. You can add a little bit of the cooking liquid.
Okay.
So just reserve
that's from the lentils themselves.
Yeah. And then we're just going to blitz it until it's smooth.
And if you wanted to, could you add some of your favorite stock, maybe a veggie stock? Or
veggie stock, you could even use water, but veggie stock is going to give it that nice flavor.
So there you go.
Yeah.
Is it turned on?
Turn it on.
Let's make sure that's on. There we go. Hit it. Hey. There you go. Do the things. Yeah.
Let's give it one more go.
And one more little flick of the switch.
Yeah.
New ways of operating blenders in your kitchen. Just give it a flick of the switch every now and then.
So you use a hand blender as well.
Yes.
So that's nice and smooth. Okay, then I'm going to start cooking up some onion over here.
Good.
So we've got some oil.
Olive oil?
In the pan, olive oil or sunflower oil. Vegetable oil, some onion.
Canola oil also, okay.
Yeah, absolutely.
Depending on what kind of flavor you're looking for.
So we're going to soften our onions and then we're going to add some beautiful spices. We've got some garlic and ginger first.
And I'm also just learning as you're doing that now that, because usually when I'm cooking, I have the pan or the pot on quite a high heat. And then you already get that and you're like, oh, now everything has to happen faster because the onion's already going. So rather have the heat at a nice medium heat so that it can be a nicely cooked...
So you can soften those onions. And also when the garlic hits the pan, you don't want that to burn because that's going to give you a bitter taste.
Yes.
So definitely a medium heat is better.
And generally with spices, right, it's also just about releasing that flavor slowly because you don't want it to burn.
That's exactly right.
So
you need
medium
that little
heat
bit of
all the way.
heat, but not too hot. So I'm going to add some chili, some turmeric. We're using 5 different spices today.
Wow.
Some cumin, some coriander, and some garam masala.
Okay.
So lovely, lovely flavor. While I soften these onions, would you like to make our sambal for us?
Yes, I'll get to that. So we've
that's
got
our accompaniment.
We've got our onions going in with tomato.
Yep.
Some fresh parsley.
Coriander.
Coriander, excuse me. Freshly chopped. And some sugar.
Yep.
And to that we're going to add a bit of vinegar, right?
Vinegar, yes. And it's as simple as mixing it all together.
To make our sambal.
And that'll go on the side.
Okay, so that was pretty easy.
Very, very
I
easy.
feel like I've been very useful in a very useless kind of way. Okay, so do you kind of just let that rest a little bit? Because I mean, obviously the sugar granules will all dissolve.
Give it a good mix and then you can set that aside. So I'm going to add our dal into our onion mixture here. So this has now been pureed.
Quick question. This kind of sambal that I'm making here, would that be the kind of same that you'd be making if you were making, let's say, nachos or...
Yes, very, very similar.
Yeah. Okay. What
Same
would be the
base as
difference?
The tomato. And
Yes.
You could use different herbs. I like to add a bit of spice as well. So you can customize it. But that sort of tomato onion base is the same.
Yes. Okay, I'll just put these away.
All right. So we've
Later.
added our dal in there. It's smelling beautiful. And then these are the potatoes we cooked a little bit earlier.
Yeah, 5 minutes later.
So
Still got another 1 minute 34 to go.
so easy.
Oh,
So
that
it's a
looks
nice
good.
shortcut
Yeah.
for you. And then I'm going to add a little bit of the stock that we reserved from earlier when we cooked our dal.
All right.
And you're just going to mix that together, let it simmer, and it'll be ready in a couple of minutes.
And what I love about this is that it's, if you just think about it, the potatoes give you that base,
yes,
that nice carb little jump start, especially if you're going to be doing a bit of exercise in this cold weather. You need a bit of that, buffer there. And then of course with the lentils, you get that protein punch as well.
So nutritious. So it's very, very easy and quick. And then we're going to serve it with our sambal and a little bit of naan bread.
Or you can have it just on its own like that.
Just on its, I would eat just a bowl like this. Yeah, absolutely.
Wonderful.
Very, very easy and quick.
Thanks very much, Teresa.
It's a pleasure.
Now, we are celebrating spring by giving away a 14-piece Tefl cook and strain pot set to the value of 2,499 Rand. So all you need to do is reply to the competition post on our Facebook or Twitter pages and tell us what delicious dish you would create with McCain's new salad range using hashtag #SpringIntoMcCain. T's and C's apply and can be found on our website, expressoshow.com. And if you've missed any of the steps of our delicious recipe, here's a quick recap for you.
So I'm chatting to Umalume Musa here. He's owned a small clothing factory for years now, and he's always inspired me with his success. But like a lot of businesses, this lockdown's hit him hard. So he spoke to his banker, and they've put together a tailor-made relief solution for him to help his business and his people get through this. Making your bank your business partner, that's a habit worth keeping.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back, you beauties. Always our favorite part of the morning where we get to announce some winners, especially when you get to make a little bit of money, a bit of moolah in the process. That's why it brings us so much joy to announce our next two winners in our Nedbank competition, where we have an incredible 40,000 Rand up for grabs. Give us a drum roll, please. Without further ado, congratulations!
Yes!
Daryl Puerta and Lydia Macha! much. Okay, coming to you. You have each one yourselves 2,500 Rand in hard, cold cash. I hope you're going to enjoy that money and go and spend it wisely.
I'm pretty sure that they will. Okay. Now, we are all still looking for another 4 winners who can win their share of the prize. So you stand a chance to win that 2,500 Rand when you spend 500 Rand or more on your Nedbank card. But if you open a new Nedbank account online and spend 500 Rand, Nedbank will double your prize to 5,000 Rand. And once you've made your transaction, simply SMS the keyword Nedbank to 33728 to register your entry.
Yeah, good luck. The competition closes on the 18th of this month. We're going to do weekly draws, so make sure to enter as soon as possible. SMS is charged at just $1.50, and all the T's and C's, as usual, can be found on our website. That is expressoshow.com. Good luck.
Yeah, enter.
Congratulations to our winners for walking away with 2,500 Rand. Sheesh, what would you do with 2.5?
I mean, listen, I would spoil everybody. I'd spoil everybody. You get something, you get something, everybody's going to get something.
Yes.
But listen, it was a beautiful morning getting to spend time with you on this Klein Vrydag. But of course, the Feel Good continues at 11:30 for our midday slot. We're speaking all things positivity and the power of positivity, regaining your sense of purpose and just how to get back into the workforce. Of course, lockdown level 1 now, a lot of people is returning to the work. So please do join us for that conversation at 11:30 right here on SABC3.
Absolutely. Also, students are going back. So Uncle Kat, Uncle Tabsy and Uncle G will hold that conversation down. The power of positivity and how to usher yourself back into school or the workforce. But from us here, we'll see you tomorrow bright and early. It's all love.
The uncles will see you later.
Made with love by Clover. Another feel-good production.